Hi, I'm Dr. Karen Remick, and I'm out of my head. Innovations. Thanks for taking time to listen to my pitch for The Litter Defender. Keeps litter in, keeps dogs out. The problem I'm addressing is that dogs cannot be shamed into leaving a cat's litter box alone. Since cats are obligate carnivores, their poop smells like meat to dogs, so they eat it. This causes poop-scented kisses, stomach blockages, and spreads bacteria and parasites. This is my trouble pup Riley, and the sign refers to the event that started my quest into cat litter box design. I mentioned this online to see if other people had the same problem, and one guy tells me yes, but it wasn't his living room, it was his bed. Another issue faced by cat owners is litter scatter. Some cats feel the need to dig to China before pooping, while others would place if the Olympics had a distance competition for throwing litter. There are more than 55 million people in the U.S. who own both dogs and cats, and if given the chance, most dogs will lunch on the number 2 special. Our survey of both dog and cat owners found that 80% found this to be a problem, so roughly 44 million people can be considered the market for the litter defender. An additional 39 million people own just cats. Our survey of cat owners found that 64% considered litter scatter to be a problem. So that gives us an additional 26 million possible customers, giving us a total possible market of about 70 million people. Online pet supplies generate an annual revenue of more than $2.5 billion, and that total's growing. This area of sales is fairly recession-proof because there's crap in the box, even when there's a crappy economy. People suffering with turd-burgling dogs currently have 3 designs to choose from, all of which have issues. First, we have an end table with a litter box inside, and a cat door to allow access. However, dogs can stick their heads through that door and pirate some poo. Smaller dogs can even enter the box. Next, there's top entrance litter boxes. They have large holes that are placed at the edge of the box. This allows medium and larger dogs just to walk up and stick their heads through the hole. Finally, there's a box with a microchip reading cat door. This should work, unless the cat doesn't have a chip, or is lying nearby when a small dog is looking for some kitty roca. The disadvantage they all share is they tend to be priced in the $100 range. While most top entry or covered litter boxes reduce litter scatter, they do nothing to remove the litter from between the cat's toes when they exit the box, which ends up leaving a mess by the box entrance. My solution is to design a litter box that uses geometry to keep the litter in and the dogs out. The oval hole and central positioning means that most dogs can't easily reach the hole, and dogs that can have heads too large to get through. It also means that cats must walk on the grate rather than being able to launch themselves from the box. This removes the litter from between their toes. The grate is also designed to filter out horizontally moving litter and drop vertically moving litter back into the box. The Litter Defender's market advantages are that it keeps all dogs from dung dining and it eliminates litter scatter completely. I'm planning to price it significantly less than its competitors. This is all well and good, but does it work? We've made and tested some prototypes to find out. We've used 2 tests. In the first, we throw dog treats in the box and encourage the dog to try to get them. In the second, we put the prototypes in houses of people who have both dogs and cats to see how they worked. All testers report that their dogs were kept out and there was no litter scatter, even after a week. Our testers have given us rave reviews. So what's been done so far? I've gotten the patent and trademark applications filed and been granted the trademark. I've recruited a partner with sales and marketing knowledge. We've established a web presence and had 3D CAD files made, and the prototypes have been received and tested using 2 different methods. We've taken surveys of both dog and cat owners, and just cat owners. We've designed a litter box liner and lined up a supplier in response to the surveys. We've modified the design to make it more attractive and to reflect the feedback of the prototype testing, and had more 3D CAD files made. We've experimented with different types of advertising to see what best reaches our target audience. We're currently recruiting quotes from different possible manufacturers for the mold and production of the Litter Defender. What needs to be done yet? We need to have the molds and a production run made, acquire UPC codes and design the labels, order the liners, get product liability insurance, create an Amazon account and get the products shipped, and apply for the Amazon Launchpad program, and create and run an advertising campaign for the launch. Our goal is to have the Litter Defender available for sale in April. Since the Litter Defender hasn't hit the market yet, the financial projections are mostly fiction. But here's my best guess. While we've kept the cost down so far, we're going to hit some big expensive bumps in the near future, which is why we're looking for investors. I've talked quite a bit about the Litter Defender, which is our first product, but not much about the idea behind Out of My Head Innovations, the company. Let's take some time to look at that now. Out of My Head Innovations seeks to market not just the Litter Defender, but other creative problem-solving inventions as well. I have 2 more of my own, and have a couple from other people waiting in the wings. In a survey, 67% of people said they had an idea for an invention, with 45% of those saying that their invention solved a common problem. With about 260 million adults in the United States, that gives us about 60 million inventions that solve common problems. If only 1% of those are both original and financially viable, we have more than 780 possible inventions. So why don't people market these problem-solving inventions? They don't know how, they don't have the money, or they're just too busy with life. The basic idea behind Out of My Head Innovations is to give inventors without entrepreneurial skills a way to monetize their inventions. We'll find inventions that solve everyday problems, help the inventor patent them, develop them, and get them to market. We'll take our payment from the sales of the invention rather than from the inventor. We then use the money made from previous inventions to fund the development of future ones. But what about the competition? Right now, there are very few ethical companies that help inventors develop and market their inventions. The Big Idea Group gets about 6 inventions to market every year. InventRight does a good job of helping inventors license their ideas, and they announce a licensing deal about once a week. Since they make their information freely available on the web, there are probably a good number of inventions licensed that aren't measured anywhere. And then there's Shark Tank. In addition to all the startups, let's say, all told, there are about 500 inventions brought to market every year. That means it will take more than 10,000 years to bring all the possible products to market, and that assumes people only have one idea. This is why I think of these companies not as competition, but as co-workers in the job of helping people monetize their problem-solving ideas. If diversity makes for good partnerships, Nick and I really got this. We're about as different as you can get and still both be human. Though we're opposite in many ways, we do have some similarities. For example, we both have experience in project management, and apparently neither one of us smiles in pictures. We hope you found this presentation entertaining and informative. Thank you for your time.